Greetings, this is Vlodril and welcome back to Let's Try Rosewater. Last time we came into town, got a job to interview someone, and we'll see how that goes. I also realized that these developers, apart from Lamplight City, which I really liked, also made the Shardlight, which I have been playing, like I have 4 episodes recorded, but I played like once every couple of months for some reason. So I didn't know that. That was interesting. Also, the last game was 18. So it's been like 7 years, 8 years, 7 years. It's a lot of time, but indie developers, you know.
Excuse me?
I'd love to chat, Miss Leger, but I'm a bit occupied at the moment.
Don't let me distract you then.
Alright. Nothing else from this guy. Let's see if we can find this Jake guy. Or, you know, anyone else, really. I do like that there is traffic that moves around.
Was your meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so. Did you find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
I probably will miss some references to the previous game because, well, I have a horrible memory, it's been years, so.
Business seems slow today. Probably a good thing.
Again, these guys moving around gives it a life, which is very nice.
Wonder if the whiskey here is any better than the ragtag back in Pierre. Shabby, but I've been to worse. Looks like it's been up for ages. I wonder if they ever caught the guy. Or maybe he retired from crime. Or died of old age. Horse pills? Is that pills for horses or pills made from horses? Or both?
I mean, those doors are weird. I know they are in every saloon, well, in movies, but what do they do when it's cold, really? This is a huge building, right? Maybe it's closer to, I don't know, California or something. But if it's cold, I don't seem to have a fireplace. And this will bring in a lot of, well, cold.
Food delivery for the lazy. These seem to be for decoration more than anything else. Warning, watch the dang door. Signed, management. Scenes from the wild country. A night campfire, a wild horse, and a bear in the mountains. Sure would be something to see all that up close and personal. Except maybe the bear.
I do like that you can actually tell what it is. Again, the game, a lot of my issues with pixel art games is that they're kinda too pixelated and it's hard to see what you are doing, what you are watching. This game doesn't have that.
Excuse me, kid, I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay, look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about it, you should definitely see the show. Trust me, he's a real dazzler.
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
Okay.
The local populace getting sloshed. The local populace getting sloshed.
Alright, anything else?
I bet that piano hasn't been tuned since the De Leon administration. She's making the best of it, though.
Doesn't sound bad.
Gentleman Jake's show will be starting at the theater soon. You won't want to miss a second of it.
Interesting that we don't see the bartender. Or the bar. You could expect in a saloon that, you know, that would be a thing.
That is mighty tempting.
I mean, it's a red button. Maybe it's something to hit someone if he's standing over here. Alright. Let's look around, I guess. Before I go that way, let me go back and see if I can
He just fell out the window and almost crushed me.
I see. Well, it was good of you to come get me. Plenty of folks around here would have turned a blind eye. I realize in all the commotion we weren't properly introduced. I'm Dr. Sedgwick.
Guess the sign wasn't lying then. I'm Harley.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. Mind if I have a look around?
Not at all. Fascinating, awe-inspiring.
To each his own. I imagine you get your hands pretty dirty in this line of work?
It's for cleansing before, not after. I am a follower of the modern European theories, positing that disease follows from the propagation of tiny animalcules living on the surface of the skin. Thorough washing with soap and water is said to eradicate them.
Drown the little bastards, huh?
progressive
Something like that.
for the era.
What's in the pouch?
Oh, just some supplies for house calls and emergencies.
I mean, why would we steal it? It's an adventure game, so I'm used to trying to pick up everything I can because you know you're gonna need it. But, well, I guess it's not a role-playing game. But RP-wise, why would you? Why would your character do that? Well, I'm pretty sure you can't. Or maybe you can. That seems not a great thing to do to the doctor.
Pretty common-looking leather pouch. The stuff inside isn't of much use to me.
Why did you take it then? I guess we'll find out.
Hey, Doc, is that mess of noodles really what our insides look like?
Indeed, Miss Leger. The human body truly is a marvel.
I suppose that's one word for it.
Also, it's something I kinda don't like about adventures sometimes is that you pick up items where you don't know that you're gonna need them. Which makes no sense to pick them. I like it when you got first need for an item and then you can pick it up.
Hey, Doc.
Miss Leger.
So, how's the medicine business?
What a question. I'm a physician, Miss Leger, not some two-bit snake oil salesman.
Didn't mean to imply you were.
I'm sure. At any rate, I've not had many patients of late. This poor soul is the only one this week. But that
Unusual.
is the physician's dilemma, is it not? We are taught that idleness is a sin. But better that I am idle and the townsfolk healthy than my surgery be full of the ill and infirm.
Got any knowledge to impart about Rosewater?
Oh, well, it's a fine town.
You don't sound too enthused.
I'm sure you'll find plenty to see and do here.
Give it to me straight, Doc. I want to know your thoughts on this place. Warts and all.
Were Rosewater one of my patients, I would say the prognosis is not good. Not since all the Aurum claims dried up and the airship routes opened, leapfrogging over our rail line. The hangers-on keep this place gasping for breath.
What is Aurum?
I fear they only prolong
It's not gold,
the
I guess.
inevitable. I hope I haven't discouraged you, but you did ask my opinion.
If things are so bad, why not pick up and move elsewhere?
I swore an oath to do no harm, Miss Leger. As the town's only physician, leaving would mean abandoning my patients. There may not be many left to call on my services, but when they do, I am the only barrier standing between them and the grave.
Isn't that a bit dramatic, Doc?
Say what you will. I know
Is it?
where I stand on the matter.
Why not train somebody to take over for you?
I did have an apprentice not long ago, my ward, Nadine.
What happened to her?
Oh, this is no kind of life for a restless young person. I encouraged her to put her talents to use elsewhere. She's ministering to the local native tribe now.
That sounds
Where's this
dangerous.
tribe?
I'm afraid I don't know much about them, just that they have a small village somewhere in the valley. I believe they call themselves the Audam? Autumn? I'm not certain of the pronunciation. At any rate, they don't come to the town, and I imagine the townsfolk mostly let them be as well.
You must know all about the townsfolk.
I am well acquainted with all their ailments, proclivities, and vices. But if you're just seeking gossip, you'll have to find it elsewhere.
I'll see you later, Doc.
Makes
Do
sense.
Take care of yourself.
You wouldn't gossip.
He doesn't look half bad, all things considered.
No, he was lucky. Once I'm done here and the laudanum wears off, he should be right as rain.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, I wouldn't try talking to him just now, Miss Leger. I gave him a mild narcotic to numb the pain. He'll be out of sorts for a while.
Okay.
That's impressively clean.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say, and good health starts with good hygiene.
They used the word soporific a lot in the previous game. I wonder if we're gonna hear it in this one. Just as a callback. Okay, double click basically skips the animation and goes straight there. If you want to do it. Which I like because sometimes you have to do, you know, a lot of walking through screens you have already been through, so.
For 20 coppers, it had better be one hell of a show.
Damn, that's all the money I have. Right? Well, I have 20 crowns. So I'm not sure what that is in coppers. Maybe it's the same thing.
Betrayal, murder, revenge. Classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life. Never heard of this one.
Foreshadowing, maybe.
You again?
Oh, hey, Harmony, was it?
Harley. What in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Nah, but your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
Hang on. Your brother? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point. Now, can we drop it already? I'm trying to
Interesting.
do an actual legitimate
That hit a
job
nerve.
here.
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Wait here. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm not
I
sure.
look forward to it.
He's actually legit. Can I go left on right? I can't. Okay.
Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity. All right, the Ethericity fellow. I didn't know he was working out here.
Is that the guy who read... Clark Research. Dr. Bennett Clark. Yeah. He's the same guy. Interesting. I guess I need to pay this guy.
Seriously, this ain't exactly the Coliseum. It only fits so many, and folks around here are real excited to see Gentleman Jake in person.
All right, look. I don't need to see some yahoo firing off his pea shooter. I just want to talk to this Jake fellow.
And I'm sure Gentleman Jake would be happy to meet you if you had a ticket to get in. Course, I might be able to sneak you in quiet-like, but I'd be putting my job on the line, and I can't afford to lose it now. After all, I have my little brother to look after.
What an asshole.
Just tell me what you want.
Only a small favor.
Spit it out.
Just help me retrieve something. A small item of great personal value. It's only my pa's pocket watch. Family heirloom, you see.
What happened to it?
It was stolen is what? By that one-eyed scalawag Lola Johnson. Probably stashed it away in the old smithy. She's been squatting in there for weeks now.
Where'd your brother get to? Keeping out of trouble?
Matter of fact, he's trying to make good after that screw-up earlier. Decided he's gonna try and get Pa's watch back all by himself. He's real tore up over losing it.
And you're letting him risk his neck again? He'll be collared in no time. Like as not, you'll never see him again.
Oh, I know. I tried talking sense into him, but he's dead set on it. Wants to prove himself. But he'll be in real hot water if he gets caught, which he probably
I'm
will.
not sure if he's manipulating
That's why I'm
us.
asking you to do it before he goes and does something stupid.
Feel
I
like
can
he
tell
is.
you could pull it off. No problem.
The blacksmith's got a giant padlock on the door.
So?
So, I'm not breaking into private property?
I told you the place is abandoned. Lola's squatting in there. Besides, it's not really breaking in if you're retrieving something stolen. Sheriff Gamble won't trouble himself over it, trust me. And if you run into Lola, I'm sure someone like you can handle her.
If this Lola stole from you, why not report it to the sheriff?
Oh, come on. I thought you was sharp. That lazy tyrant would cuff my brother and me soon as look at us. It's just the two of us. Me and him against the world.
He's
We
full of
got
shit.
no one else to turn to. So, will you help us out?
That kid deserves better than getting strung up for doing your dirty work. Call him off. I'll handle it.
Swell. You know where to find me.
Seems like a bad idea. Auto-saved too, which is interesting. Yeah, this seems like it's personal. Also, that is probably a bad idea. But there you go. I think I need those lockpicks. or a crowbar. But the book says all about lockpicks, so I'm guessing
There's some rot creeping around the handles.
there must be a reason for that. It would be nice if I could actually ask the sheriff about it. I don't know, I thought might be might be some things in there. Maybe not. Like, I'm pretty sure he's telling us bullshit
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
about this item.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Were you aware that a man was thrown from the window at the Rosewater Post?
Is that right? Who was it?
Never saw him before. Looked New Spanish.
Is he alive?
Yes, he's in Doc Sedgwick's care.
Well, that's good. Sounds like I need to have words with Joni, though.
Just how long have you been the sheriff here anyway?
Oh, a couple years now. Like most everyone else, I came to Rosewater in '48 when we thought the hills were full of Orem. Except I stayed when it turned out they weren't.
You were a prospector?
Yep. But it turns out lawman was a more stable career.
Not sure if it's safer or not.
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true. But a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
Are you acquainted with Lola Johnson?
Not really. She mostly keeps to herself. As long as she don't cause trouble, I'm willing to overlook the squatting.
I saw a lady coming out of the saloon earlier. She was older, fancy looking, sounded old country. Any idea who that is?
Can't say it rings any bells. Wonder what someone like that'd be doing in Rosewater.
What's the story with Gentleman Jake?
Which one? If even half of them are true, he's a lion among men, a real Western hero. But you can catch his show while he's in town and hear it straight from the source.
Is Doc Sedgwick on the up and up, or is he one of those frontier quacks?
Oh no, Doc Sedgwick's tried and true. Well, he saved the town from a yellow fever epidemic just last year. The Doc's pretty much the glue holding this town together. Leastways, that's what he's fond of telling everybody.
Can you tell me about Joan Gallagher?
Whew, I've yet to meet anyone with a more fiery temper. My advice is to stay on Joni's good side. You don't want to end up going out the window like that poor bastard.
Ain't that the truth?
Anything of interest in the surrounding area?
Not really. The San Bernardino Valley don't offer much in the way of sightseeing. There's an army fort, Fort Beaumont, and an abandoned relic that used to be a laboratory. There's also an Indian village on the other side of the valley. But you'll want to steer clear. I've heard tell they can be real territorial. But all that's outside my jurisdiction. When you leave my town, you're taking your chances out there.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
Alright, I think it's time to take that. Which I guess is why we got the other item. The pouch.
Hey, Sheriff?
Yes, ma'am?
What was it you said about this photo?
That's a view of Colchester, where I grew up. All things considered, I still do miss the place.
Got him.
Got him. Alright, lockpicks acquired. I'm not sure how heavy it's gonna be on puzzle. Perhaps one of the reasons I really liked the Lamplight City game was it was less about puzzles, although it had some, and more about deductions. Alright, let's see how this works.
This should be easy to pick. Just have to remember that rhyme I taught Bill. Good thing I wrote it down in my journal.
Oh. It's nice I don't have to get out to do this. I can do it from in here. What does it look like? I think like a Viking. Maybe like that. 2 and 1. Yeah. 2. Padlocks. Wiggle the key to start the fun. Then take the snake for a long, long run.
The tension key. Don't pick locks with.
Long run. What the hell does that mean? Long, long run.
I should have this open and learned it by heart as a. I should have this open. Learned. That could be a good spot to stash something. Emptier than that fool Jem's head. Maybe the kid's watch is in there. Absolutely nothing. Did the blacksmith dabble as a Wainwright? Guess the devil won't be coming in here.
It's not J or L. They don't like that we did that, but whatever. I'm not sure if there are actual, in the Lamplight City, the choices you made played a role on the ending you got. I'm not sure if choices play a role here or you're supposed to do this way. I didn't try to say no or to try to bribe him. Can I check the watch before I give it?
Fancy. Too bad there doesn't seem to be a pawn shop in town.
Yeah, make super doubtful that it is.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
Here's your watch back.
No fooling. You actually got it?
They didn't used to call me Housebreaker Harley for nothing.
Hey, I'm impressed.
Anyways, that's my part of the bargain held up. You gonna let me in now?
Sure, go on. Oh, and thanks. I know we've had our tiffs, but I really do appreciate you getting this for me. My dear departed pa can rest easy again knowing his watch
So
is back
full
where
of
it
shit.
belongs.
That's not your watch at all, is it?
Well, it is now.
Kid, if I were you, I'd make myself scarce. Otherwise, the only way you'll be able to tell the time on that thing is by squatting over a mirror. You get me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, are you ready for some thrills? Are you ready for some excitement? Are you ready for some fun? Without further ado, now present the star of our show. The man standing at the Bleak Bone Gulch Showdown. The only man to defeat Bastard Billy Boakes in a duel. The man who discovered a gentleman, then gifted it to an orphanage. Gentleman Jake Ackerman! Yahoo!
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful introduction. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gentleman Jake's Wild West. We got a heck of a performance for you today, but first, allow me to introduce my brave and loyal assistant, Danny Luo. Now let's get this show on the road. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you rope a steer. Keep it going, Danny. Maybe you'll lasso yourself one someday.
I'll be polite.
The sun beat down upon me as the duelist stood and stared. But Billy Boakes had never fought somebody so prepared. Jake drew his gun, and bang! The bastard crashed down with a thud. The legendary foe lay dead
Doesn't have a belt.
in the
He do it
mud.
from his coat. Weird.
And now for a most
Does have
challenging
one.
proposition, perhaps the greatest feat of marksmanship to which a man can set his sights. You see those 5 juggling balls that Charlie keeps whirling aloft in such a dizzying display? Ladies and gentlemen, affix your eyes on that green ball in particular, and do not dare blink. For with but a single bullet, I will pluck it from the very air. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. Thank y'all so much. You've been a truly magnanimous, magnificent, and majestic audience.
And you can take home a piece of the legend. Come on down to the Check of Diamonds to get an autograph or a souvenir ferrotype. We'll be there until last call. Stop by and shake hands with Gentleman Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Entertainment in the old ages. Alright, we'll end here. And next time, we'll see if we can get an interview with this guy. For now, thank you for watching. As usual, feel free to leave a comment, subscribe, you know the drill. Have a good day or night, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.